Shalom Chaverim, and Bruchim Aba'im to Rega Be'ivrit. This week we are in Parashat Vayéshev in Genesis chapter 37, and I actually would like to touch on 2 points that are quite important in the Torah portion this week. This week I'm bringing this teaching live from Israel, and I hope you are blessed from this. And it says here in the Torah portion, I would like to bring a couple of a point. It says in verse 3, it says on Yaakov, it says, Ve'asa lo kutonet pasim. Interestingly enough, the gematria, the word pasim, mean the end, the ketz. Somehow through this conflict that brought the division between them, the pasim, the stripe, okay, we get the Hebrew word piyusim, which means reconciliation. Okay, pasim, stripe, okay, brought conflict. Piyusim, it actually means reconciliation. It's connected to the same word. Our rabbis understood that somehow through this suffering that brought hatred, a reconciliation came between Joseph and his brothers. Now I want you to look with me in 37, starting at the point where Joseph is actually being brought down and is being tossed into the pit. I want you to look with me to verse 23. We see something very interesting on the prophetic level. It says, Vayehi ka'asher ba Yosef elechav. When Joseph came to his brother, Vayefshitu et Yosef et kutnato. Okay, it didn't say that they took off his clothes. That's not what it says. It says, Vayefshitu et Yosef et kutnato. Okay, this is quite important. The Hebrew word yafshitu, hafshata, talking about ripping something else from him. His glory, his kavod has been taken out of him. Interestingly enough, this word yafshitu, comes from the word pashat or lahafshit, pashut, is taken more than his clothing. We see this word is not by coincidence mentioned with the high priest. Aaron, when he died, it says, and Moses took off his clothes and vayafshiteu. And he almost made him naked. Well, if he took his clothes, why did it say that it made him naked? Because there are two types of taking off the garments. One of them is the physical clothing, and the other one is the garment of glory. Okay, and that is exactly what happened with Yeshua. And then, interestingly enough, you must ask the question, what clothing did they give him? Well, you see the answer in verse 31 and 32. It says in verse 31, Vaikhu et kutonet Yosef, Vaishchetu Sa'ir ezim. What is Sa'ir ezim? Sa'ir has come from the word Sa'ar, or hairy, or things that are hairy. And then the ezim is the goats, so like a hairy goat or scapegoat, okay? And they dip it, vayitevelu et akutonet badam, okay? This is actually very significant. They dip it into the blood, the word dam, come from the Hebrew word Edom. So you see two references to Esav in this. Dam for Edom, and then Sa'ir, hairy. Edom was also hairy, and that's in Esav. Both of them refer to Esav. That is a double clue for the new identity that they presented to Jacob. And who is Jacob in the story? Jacob, his name was Israel. He's a picture of Israel. We see here a great prophecy of the Sa'ir and the Dam, who will be, in essence, representing to the world, to Jacob, as the new identity of Joseph. Dead, bloody, ruddy. Who is the one who is dead, bloody, and ruddy? That's Esav. That represent Christianity, actually. Esav and Edom is a name of Christianity. And his father was tricked by this. Okay, this is quite important to us to understand. Israel today is deceived because they see Edom. Isn't it interesting that in Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1, he destroys Edom. Why do you think he destroys Edom? He destroyed Edom for the sins that have been committed here by selling Joseph to the Egyptian, to the nations, instead of being the Jewish king. We must rectify his name. So we must actually do exactly what the brothers these days go to the king with love one another, with caring one another. So the mercies of heaven will be upon the king, and he will finally reveal himself. The way we treat each other is going to determine when the king is going to reveal himself to us. I hope you enjoyed this רגע בעברית. God bless you from Israel. We will see you soon, God willing. Thank you for praying. להתראות.